So the Steve Harvey show is being canceled, and many people believe it's due to the things that came out of Steve Harvey's own mouth on Steve Harvey's own show. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then. BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? Alright, so yeah. So apparently, the Steve Harvey show, I was going to say Steve show, I think it's just called Steve at this point, is being canceled. And before we go really too in depth into why maybe it's been canceled, what kind of issues they probably had on the set or involving Mr. Harvey just in general, I'm just want to tell y'all, before y'all even listen to any more, I'm not really that big of a fan of Steve Harvey's. I do not like when you have people of any race that just want to, it seems like, tear down people of their own race. Like, the point in which I'm trying to make. If you have I'm a man, but if I hear a female constantly talking, these females ain't crap, and female bad this and female bad that, I'm like, why are you self-hating? Like, yeah, we all have negative things about us. Don't get this confused, but you don't have to, every time we have a conversation about a female, be talking negatively about them and you're a female. If you're a man, you shouldn't, every single time men come up, only want to talk about the negative aspects of men. And this is just what it seemed to me like Steve Harvey did. What Steve Harvey did was, whenever he had the opportunity, he talked negative about men. And if you really, really pay attention to him, he wasn't just talking negatively about men. He was talking negatively about men of color. Anyway, so the Steve Harvey show is being canceled. They have a couple of more. I think it's just called Steve now. I'm not 100% sure, but they have a couple more shows that's already. They're not filming anymore. Everything's been filmed. And for everybody that don't know, when it was initially came out, it was the Steve Harvey show. Then the show actually moved from wherever they was filming it at. I believe it was Chicago, and it moved to LA. And when it moved to LA, I believe they just called it Steve. Because, you know, the one name thing just works, like at a Shea, Michael, Jordan. You understand what I'm saying? It just works. Anyway, so recently, for everybody that don't know, Steve had there was a segment on the show and he was talking, and he made a comment about how rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. Now, there's a couple things I want to say about this, because it's not always what you say, but sometimes it's just how you say it. And that's a shame, but sometimes that it really is that. But sometimes it isn't also how you say it. It's the way that the person that's hearing it interprets it. But when you're an individual like Mr. Harvey, that it seems consistently spouts negativity about black people just in general, especially black colored men. That's what it really seems like to me. It really seems like to me that he attacks colored men more than anything else. That's just gonna have certain undertones. You understand what I'm saying? It's just gonna have certain undertones. That's it. There's nothing you can do about it. Anyway, so he says rich people don't sleep more than 8 hours or 8 hours a day. Now, just for everybody that gets upset at that particular comment he made, grown adults only need about 6 hours of sleep. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm not 100% sure if he broke that down or not, but grown people adults only need about 6 hours of sleep. That's one. Two, it sounds to me like he wanted to more speak about the laziness of individuals or whatever the case might be. And when you're speaking about what race, or should I say, what demographic of people have been, black people in general have been being called lazy since we stopped being slaves. So you understand what I'm saying? So he was definitely messing his own self up. Anyway, so there's also an article, because they're saying that there's There's a lot more involved with this, but also you got to understand, usually whenever something like this happens, it's not like they just said, oh, we got get rid of Steve. Sometimes things happen and they're like, you know what, we've had enough of this, let's just move on to the next thing. And so there's an article that talks about how NBC is dropping Steve Harvey's talk show and replacing him with Kelly Clarkson. I don't know how that works. Anyway, fans of his casket sharp suit, well, I'll tell you to read the article to you. This article is from the Grapevine, so shout out to Monique Judge. And it goes, fans of his casket sharp suits and oversized veneers may be sad to read the following news. Steve Harvey's talk show, Steve, will be ending its run in June. The Variety reports that the show's demise have come as a result of a battle between NBC Universal and Endeavor's IMG original content. Harvey first jumped into the talk show game in 2012 with The Steve Harvey Show, which was co-produced by Endemol Shine North America and NBC Universal. The show taped in Chicago and followed the same type of format as Oprah and Dr. Phil, with Harvey's signature comedy interjected. Now, hold on, let's stop for a second. I don't even think Steve Harvey is funny. So I don't know, just so we could just get this clear, I don't think Steve Harvey is funny. I think Steve Harvey is just somebody who likes to talk crap about people. I don't think he's funny. And wasn't there the time that he had, I believe, Monique on his show, and he was talking about, he'll sell out in a minute. Like, sell out. Where's the list? Put my name on it, or some kind of foolishness. So just in general, I don't really understand this guy. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a fan of his at all. Let's just be clear on that. I've seen a lot of times where I thought that Mr. Steve Harvey spoke in a certain way that it was just like, really? Is that how you're doing it? Like, I don't understand that at all. It was just too many times he's had too many of those cringe-worthy moments with me in the way in which he speaks, in the way in which he talks. It seems like he has some book about women and how a man should treat their women or whatever. How many times has this dude been divorced? What? Then there's the allegations about him and his wife are gonna divorce now. I mean, I don't know about that. I don't really care. I ain't pay that much attention. But the point in which I'm trying to make, women are literally taking women are taking advice from a man who keeps getting divorced. I don't understand this logic, but whatever. But how are you taking advice, allegedly, from a person who consistently keeps getting divorced? What has he got, like 3 or 4 divorces? Like, what's going on? He had one wife that said that he never washes his hands or some shit like that. He always stinks or some shit. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. That could just be, somebody being upset and just saying shit. But basically, there was a 5-year deal, and it ended in 2016. Harvey accepted a deal with IMG, and that gave him a much bigger ownership of the stake in the show, which now canceled, by the way, and a higher salary and more creative control, and a relocated production in Los Angeles. Now, there's something that I want to say right now about a lot of people out there that they want to be artists or they want to be in control of their career. Look, you do not want to have creative control if you are not uberly creative. You don't want to be a person that gets creative control over your content and you do not know what the heck you're doing. You understand what I'm saying? You don't want what you want is you want to have people around you that know what the heck it is that needs to be done and then allow for them to do their job. When you have creative control over everything, that means that you have to know how to do everything. So a lot of times that can just be too much pressure. A lot of times that could actually lead to the downfall of a business or of a media corporation or whatever, whatever you want to call what Steve Harvey had going on over there. Anyway, leave the comments down below. I want to know what you guys think about this. I've just never really been a fan of the guys. Not for nothing. I've just never been one of his fans. I've never thought he was funny. Everybody, has a funny joke here and there. It's just to be fair. But I never really thought he was funny enough for me to consider him a good comedian. I've always just thought he was a guy that, he likes talking crap about people. And, sometimes that's what people want to hear. So, shout out to him. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.